Okay. Hello. Well, hi YouTube. We're reading a nice Wikihow article here. It
Yes,
is
very nice.
yeah. So we got this Wikihow article. How to flatulate secretively, teenagers. So,
Oh my god,
if you
stall
ever get
explain.
that
It's
urge to
perfect.
fart, flatulate, but you're in public, then read this, and perhaps it will help you out when that special moment comes around.
You just like need to fart, and then you're just like, oh man, I better pull up a Wikihow.
Oh man, I bet. Oh man, oh man. Okay.
Just
Okay.
just get the suppressor
No,
attachment.
Just put a
no.
suppressor up your butt.
In the classroom, try to get up and go to the pencil sharpener, and while you're sharpening your pencil loudly, try to fart as silently as you can. As soon as you flatulate, be sure to walk away fast because you don't want the fumes to get stuck to your clothes. But also make sure that the smell doesn't follow you.
You don't
Oh,
want
no.
the fumes to get
This
stuck
is
to your
like-
clothes.
Carpet
Yeah,
bombing.
Oh
yeah.
god.
I love how they say, be sure to walk away fast because you don't want the fumes to get stuck to your clothes. But also make sure that the smell doesn't follow you.
The smell is a KGB
Just
spy.
don't let the smell follow.
The smell is a spy.
By the way, I
The
also like
pencil
to say
sharpener
this.
isn't even plugged in.
Yeah, it's not even plugged in. But when you look at it, not only is that a short ass plug, but he's using two hands for some reason. It's a hybrid pencil sharpener.
This is a hybrid.
No, you
This is
see,
a
it's
hybrid.
like an M1919 Browning where you have to hold it down and then fire.
Step
Nobody
2:
else can.
always get a seat with a puffy, soft surface, not like a wood chair, but like your couch. Being in seats like that will reduce a lot of the risk of a sounding fart. If you can't get a seat like that, sit on your sweater or jacket. Yeah,
Oh,
just
God,
fart all
no.
over your jacket. Yeah, yeah, just fart
No.
all over your jacket. You know,
Yeah.
that's totally not gonna fuck up your plans to not get noticed. You don't want the fumes to get stuck to your clothes.
You'll
So
alert
do you
the
just have to
guards.
leave the jacket, just like abandon it?
Okay, so step 3: put your weight on one of your buttocks and lean in the same direction as your buttocks. Example: put your weight on your right buttock, then lean to the right. This separates your buttocks and makes your fart silent. You could also drop your pencil on the floor and reach for it so you don't look weird leaning to the left or right in your chair. Caution: the smell will go into the opposite direction you were leaning in, so aim your gases to an empty area.
Yes, aim them.
Just
So,
run up to
just
someone,
like
just
aim it.
you got to aim it. We got to get a
Aim your
red
fart.
dot sight.
All right. So
Yeah.
here.
Red dot sight in a mirror. Just
Okay, so
Scope.
number 4: ask to use the bathroom. The teacher may say yes, and then you can do it in the bathroom.
Amazing.
revolutionary.
Finally, a solution that works.
Finally.
I love how they also say the teacher may say yes, because some teachers are like, nah, you're not going out. You should have farted during break, kid.
Take a fat
Kid.
shot on your floor.
Here, step 5: drop a textbook or another heavy object to generate a loud noise. Release your fart precisely as the object makes contact with the floor, and this will effectively cancel out the noise. Warning: be sure to time your release exactly right. If you fart too soon, the noise will be heard. If you fart after the book is dropped, the book will draw attention to you and your fart will be noticed by more people.
Yeah, it would be
Risk
like
and reward.
Okay, fucking, this picture would be better.
I don't know why, but I hate the smug look the kid has.
I know.
Like,
I was
dude,
gonna mention this. This kid looks
you're
so
just making
fucking
others
smug.
suffer.
I know. I feel like this picture would be better if the kid behind him looked like he was surprised by the noise and not by the smell. And also if this kid wasn't so fucking smug. Oh,
You idiot.
for this next picture.
You're falling for it again. You're falling for that trap.
Okay, so for this next picture, I'm only gonna scroll to the picture and not explain anything that's going on just to see how you guys interpret this.
alright.
Oh,
Is that some butt suppressor?
ew.
Is that
Step 6: purchase a noise cancellation device and arrange it in a comfortable
It is a
position
suppressor.
between the crack on your bottom and
It's a
the seat of your
suppressor.
trousers. Make sure that it has a
Oh.
noise sensor that is activated by the occurrence of a sound. It should be able to effectively cover up any noise released from your fart. Note: does not necessarily account for the odor, so be cautious. In addition, practice several times at home before using it at school in case something goes wrong.
Can
Can someone look this up and see if those are real?
Dude, it's active noise suppression.
Yeah,
Oh my
but that's
God.
the thing. It's like you just shove a suppressor up your butt.
I know. Yeah.
I hate it.
Guys,
So
look at the
let's say
mirror.
hypothetically I have a farting problem. Okay, so I'm gonna take a pair of Beats
Hypothetically?
headphones. Yeah, hypothetically, and so like
Yeah.
let's say I'm gonna take a pair of Beats headphones and shove them up my ass.
Surround sound.
Method 2: while hanging out.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
So,
Oh.
Step 1: pretend you need to step out for a minute and fart somewhere where no one is. If your friends are really spirited, then you could probably fart in front of them and they won't really care.
Spirited. Bold move.
Method
Oh,
3:
God.
while taking a test. Try to flatulate fart as gently as possible. An alternative strategy is to fart loud and be proud, because your classmates will thank you for the disruption.
Oh, God. I don't like how it's
In what
like pictured.
world?
It's like the fart has a bullet curve.
Yeah. So imagine like you're taking like a big test, okay, and you really gotta focus on this, okay, and while you're like focusing, taking notes and shit, it's like talk
Why?
to yourself in your head and shit, make like knowing that you know what's going on, and then it's all of a sudden you just hear. And then the whole classroom just erupts into applause.
Yes, it'll just be like, thank you
Everyone
for your
just
service.
starts cheering. Then the teacher gets up from his desk and he's like, "I'll see myself out today."
It's like, thank you for your service. That was so brave. The principal comes down and gives you like $7,000.
Oh, God.
Method 4: on a roller coaster. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Step 1: wait for the drop where
It's
everyone
like
is
a
screaming.
curse that
While
follows
everyone
them.
is screaming, you may rip a tasty one. Also, no one will smell this because you're moving so fast.
I hate that phrasing.
Yeah, it's listen.
You buy
You
tickets
need to
specifically.
fart in class. You're like, hold on, I gotta go to the closest theme park and wait to get on a ride.
No. It's like you're like a Disney World, okay? And it's like, man, I really gotta fart. Let me go to like Splash Mountain on the other side of the park to just wait.
We go to fucking Cedar
Yeah, let me
Point.
just go on a roller coaster to rip one. God.
Tasty. Why?
Method 5:
Suffer.
on an elevator. So we have this nice elevator.
Wait, no.
That's like the worst place.
Wrong video.
Yeah,
Wrong video.
with a
Wrong video.
nice diverse crowd of white people.
No.
Step
Stop
1:
saying
get your
that.
timing right. Timing is critical in this situation.
Is that it? Is that all you can
Take
do?
a fat fart and then
Step
leave
2:
before the door
be sure to
closes.
emit only small bursts as floors are reached and the electronic indicator emits a beeping noise. You may also be able to make use of the time during which the doors are opening and closing, depending on the condition of the elevator and how loud this function may be.
Why does this feel like some young kid's mind thinking of every way to suppress a fart?
It probably is.
Exactly what it is.
It's like a kid look into like a young kid's mind thinking, how do I hide a fart?
Imagine when you're like on an elevator, you're like going to work and you're working one of those like really big office buildings. And you're on an elevator and then you're going up and every time you hear the ding, it's just you just hear a small
Oh no. No.
every time
Oh God.
What if you overextend on when it's time?
Yeah.
Emit only in small bursts.
Like a FAMAS.
It's a tasty one.
Wait,
Rip
quick
God,
break,
small
okay?
tasty
Stop
ones.
saying
Alright,
tasty
alright,
one, I
everyone,
don't like it.
Yeah.
everyone be quiet real quick. We're going to have a quick break of, I don't know.
We're gonna
this is,
we're gonna have a quick fart break.
no, this is vor sounds, okay?
No,
No.
Yeah,
No,
no.
please, no.
Oh no.
Oh,
No, stop.
alright.
I hate you.
Continue.
Okay. So, step 3.
Are we still
Be sure-
videoing?
yeah. Step 3.
Good.
Be sure to show subtle signs of disgust, as if the people who have entered the elevator are those who are emitting a foul smell. This is only if you can smell your fart, however.
Blame it on the man bleeding out, asking for help.
Yeah.
method
How many
5.
are there?
A lot.
There's like
Okay.
27 methods to doing it.
And then so here we got
Look at the
the
tiny
kid,
bar on the right. We're not even done with half of it.
he's like strutting away from the elevator, and
Bro, he's got a stride going.
and he's so fucking smug. His mouth is falling off
I
of his
just
face.
hate that me.
He's planting some.
His mouth is on his
He's
chin.
got a fucking like smug face. He's doing a stride. He knows he's done some chaotic shit.
Step 4. If all else fails, get out of the elevator and take the stairs.
Escape.
Here you go.
Just-
And let it rip.
Oh no.
Then get out of there as fast as you can.
Just could you imagine? You just run into a store.
You're just gonna
rip a
you're just gonna
fat
carpet
fart,
bomb the
and
whole
then
aisle.
The guy's
book
like
it.
walking out of there. He's not even running, he's just walking.
But
He's
yeah.
just casually
giving the
throwing at
sass-
him.
Yeah,
Sasquatch look.
yeah.
Like the Sasquatch picture look. Where he's just.
Step 2. If you're near people, lean over as if you're going to grab an item on a lower shelf. Let it rip. Then blame the nearest person.
But
Let's see.
that's.
I've never. Honestly, I'm just gonna say right here. This never works. This
Oh,
never
God.
works. If there's people
It's-
near you and they see
Oh,
you bend
no.
down and they hear you fart, they're gonna think you farted because you did.
Obviously, it puts more pressure on your like stomach.
Okay. Method 7.
Why? Who
Cool.
would need this?
If you can't help
You
it and are
can't
sitting in a
do it.
moving vehicle, try to open the window before you fart. This way, the smell should go out the window quickly, and nobody will notice the fart. Yeah.
Well, it
I'm pretty
works
sure
for,
they're still
like,
gonna
2
notice
seconds.
you roll down the window and then roll it back up.
Yeah, you know they're gonna notice.
Okay. Method 8. While eating lunch,
Oh,
get your table to laugh loudly, or wait until everyone does start laughing while you secretly let one rip.
why do you have experience with
Oh
this?
no. No.
Okay, this one. Okay, what do you think is going on in this picture?
Applause.
Yeah.
He has gained their respect.
Okay, well, it's even dumber.
He has risen.
It's dumber than that. It's dumber than that. Step 2. Try to get everyone to start a clapping contest to see who can clap loudest.
And then he's just
Yes.
bowing.
you know, since we're all just making up our own so we're just coming up with our own like made up contest. Why not just start a screaming contest, you know?
Oh god, I hate this.
So do
We're only
I.
on method 8, and look, the bar on the right is not even.
Not even
there.
halfway.
How long is this?
Oh my god, I think I'm gonna go for the night. I'm getting tired.
Alright.
Goodbye.
Good night.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bro,
All
we
right,
need
see
another
you.
vor break.
Method 9.
Vor.
Method 9. In the pool.
Oh
But for
no.
real, I'm not
If you
into
have to-
vor. It's gross. Ew.
If you have to flatulate in the pool, get out of the pool and into the bathrooms / change rooms.
Do not fart underwater. It is not
Do
a good
not set
experience.
depth charges.
That's what they put it.
Step 2. Splash to hide those rising bubbles. This is for you and the fart. It's just for if you fart in the
No,
pool.
I don't think moving around up and down rapidly would be a good idea if you're farting.
You would look like you were drowning.
True.
So, step 1. Fake drown so you scare your mother and make her have a heart attack, but at least your fart was concealed, so that's okay.
Number 3, drown.
Dive to the bottom or
Just
close to
end
the
it.
bottom at the deep end, and then swim away before the bubbles reach the surface. Yeah. No.
So that's just a grate. So
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
even
yeah,
He's
yeah,
just
yeah,
in a
yeah,
giant ass cheese grater.
You know those like you know
Starts
those like
moving.
electric fences. You know those
Yeah.
electric fences. That's one of them.
Underwater
They just
electric
shock you
fence.
if you get. They just shock you if you go too deep.
No, it's a shark cage.
Frick. I heard if you're caught farting in the pool, they just stick you under one of those. They stick you
Oh,
underneath
yeah.
one of those.
Oh yeah, and then they just look at you and they just go drown.
Drown.
Okay.
This is what you get for having a smug face all the time, making
This is
all those
what you
people
get for being
suffer.
so smug while you fart.
This is what you get for planting those depth charges.
But step 3: dive to the bottom or close to the bottom of the deep end, then swim away before the bubbles reach the surface. If they reach the surface, people think it's you're breathing out.
Who breathes?
I
Who
don't
breathes
know.
in general?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's breathing
Alright.
even good for?
Step 4:
Damn, that kid
quickly
pale.
head to the jacuzzi. Here you can fart unnoticed. Already there.
Why does
I'd
that
also like
one
to take this moment
blonde
to
kid
note-
look
I-
depressed? Just look at his eye.
Dude, look! No, dude, look at his arm. Look at his arm. It's just, his arm is huge.
That's a leg. That's a leg. Wait, look in the background and it's like Minecraft window pane skin or something.
Dang, dude. Minecraft,
It
bro.
looks like it's from Minecraft.
Yeah.
Alright, now I'm going to drink you, alright?
Step 5: jump in the pool, and as soon as you're in the water, fart. All the bubbles surrounding you will cover it up. Also, nobody can smell your fart underwater.
You know what? Actually,
In
everyone be quiet
space.
for a quick second. For a quick second, alright? Just give me a second.
What the?
I have a
glad we
Beretta
got that on
M9.
video.
Alright. The next person who farts and has a smug face, I'm sawing off their tibia.
Holy shit!
Oh no.
You just in the background here.
No.
no.
It depends. No. It depends on if he's smug or not.
Yeah,
he has
yeah.
to have a smug face.
Method 10: in the library.
Oh boy.
I'm
You know, the quiet
I'm-
area.
Hide in the aisle.
I'm gonna just say right now, if the librarian's coming down to shush your butthole, you should probably go to a different library.
You know, I actually have a thing that I need. Like after, like hearing all of this and reading it, I feel like I need just all of this. It's Febreze. I just.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
probably would.
Step 1:
I
get
don't
into
know
a
if it
book aisle
adds
that is not
anything good to
occupied.
the situation or not.
Yeah. Step 1: get into a book aisle that is not already occupied by anybody. If you can do that, people are less likely to notice. I'm pretty sure that. I'm pretty sure they're still going to hear your fart in a library. It's a fucking library.
I know that's what I was saying.
You know, freaking why are you even in a library? It's 2020.
Do you
Who
think
goes
they
there
have
anymore?
heavy machinery in there that you can mask your fart with? You know, my ringtone is actually just a Stuka siren. Yeah, you know.
Can someone DM me fart with extra reverb.mp3?
Next one. In a situation in which there are people everywhere, try to secretly release bits of your toxins as you walk on by.
Toxins?
Toxins.
You know,
Okay,
this
okay,
neurotoxins from Portal.
And then there's neurotoxins from anus.
Oh,
Okay, I like to take this time to look at the guy on the right, and look at that. He's not reading that book. He looks like he's been following this kid all day, just inhaling those toxins.
Just
This hot.
Step 3. Walk by the librarian's desk and release. If you're heard, point towards the person behind the desk. They'll look clueless, which may save you from a terrible embarrassment.
Hey, Miss Librarian, look over that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So like, imagine like you're like you're like working at a library, and you're like behind the desk. And then there's some kid wearing a red shirt who walks up next to the desk. Doesn't really look like he's gonna check any of the books he has out. Okay, and then you're not really paying attention to him, and then you just hear a really loud fart, and then people start taking notice, and then he points at you. You did.
Oh,
That wasn't my butt. It was yours. Okay. During PE, step 1: wait until you start running to flatulate. As you run, release small bursts of your toxins. If your fart is loud, pretend that you aren't the one who farted.
Why do they keep referring to it as toxins? It sounds like they're talking about chlorine gas using on Osoviet's fortress.
I don't know. Okay, this article does have like a bunch of co-authors, so who knows? Maybe some have some weird kinks.
kinky. Oh no.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I've heard of that. Some people are into that.
During a sport, run to where no one is occupying and let it rip. Pray it's a silent one.
Oh.
Okay, so we have these guys here. Blue shirt, yellow shirt, and red shirt are gonna have like a foot race.
Real quick. Yeah? Apparently Dusty's ex was into it.
See, that's what I think's going on. Okay, so blue shirt, yellow shirt, and red shirt here are all about to have like a foot race. Okay. And then they're all standing here like, and they're like, wait, where's red shirt? And then they turn around, and the red shirt's like, oh, I'm right here. Oh, guys, check this out. And then he farts so hard that it propels him forward. Method 12 at a sleepover. Well, step 1: while talking, raise your voice as if to emphasize the point. No, I didn't. I was doing that as a joke for the video. And while your voice is raised, release your gas. If this action causes a smell, quickly be the one to ask, who farted? I wonder who.
Use gas on Osoviet's fortress and then watch as the Russians come back at you with bloody rags over their face.
Destroy them all.
Step 2: wait until everyone is laughing hard and let it rip. Either your fart won't be noticeable, or the fart will cause more laughter.
Or maybe they'll all just notice and stare at you silently in anger.
Step 3. Step 3: if you could do an armpit fart, walk as far from the group as possible, saying, I need to fart, as if you're about to do something incredible. Don't turn your back on them. Still in plain sight, do a fake armpit fart, where no noises come out, and fart at the same time. If it's a silent fart, pretend to have failed at the armpit fart, and walk back, saying, dang, it didn't work. If it sounds too realistic, laugh and say, I bet you can't do one as good as that. You may initiate a full-on armpit fart contest.
Oh, fart contest initiated.
Okay, step 4. You can play a prank with a fart. You feel the need to fart, but you withhold it. Then go to someone at the sleepover. Please choose wisely. Wear a sad or strained expression on your face and walk up to him or her. Stop and slowly extend your arm with your forefinger pointing at the victim, and with a pitiful voice say, please, hold my finger for a while. Or whatever you might think convincing. The victim is suspicious and reluctantly holds your finger.
It's been so long since somebody has held my finger.
The victim is suspicious. The victim is suspicious and reluctantly holds your finger, looking at you in the eye. With a perfect sense of timing, you let out a sonorous big fart. The victim is so startled that he or she even jumps back and hollers. Everybody split their sides with laughter, and even the victim may join in. Yeah.
When they say victim, I don't know why, but it just keeps reminding me about Osoviet's fortress.
Oh no.
Osoviet's is an again attack of the dead 100 men.
Step 5. While in bed, try to silently fart without being detected. If the person whose house you're staying with has a dog, make sure the dog is by you. You can quickly blame it on the poor, unsuspecting animal. If the person doesn't have a dog,
Oh,
try to hold it
no.
until everyone is asleep, or quietly
Not the
excuse yourself
dog.
to the bathroom. Exactly.
True, there is a bathroom.
Or you could use one of the best tactics that you were talking about and just rip a fat, juicy fart on a blanket or something.
Yeah. From the very no. That only
Oh,
applies when you're in a
God.
classroom. That only applies when you're in a classroom.
Right.
Yeah.
This man, he
This
only
guy,
eats
he only
black
meals this.
beans.
This guy seems like they're like the kind of guy who to only get his meals from like Taco Bell or some shit.
I only eat the triple looper. It's like when you
that's
go
it.
to Taco Bell, you're just like, no, period.
Cool.
That's this lifestyle.
That's it. That's the end. After that is the community Q&A.
Thank
You wanna
goodness.
We've done it.
Oh,
We've
Yeah,
gotten to the
we've done
end.
it.
Now that we're done with it, I have a question to ask you all.
why?
Yes.